Today we will see sickle cell anemia, one of the type of the anemia. You know sickle means what? Sickle instrument that is C-shaped. Okay, what we call in Marathi koeta, like that. Okay, vida koeta, like that. Okay, that is how the shape sickle. So sickle cell anemia, sickle shaped cells. Okay, the cells become sickle shape. Okay, how the RBC's shape is? How the RBC shape? That is the disc shape, isn't it? But in this type of anemia, the RBCs will become sickle, like sickle shape. Okay, now see here, listen carefully. Sickle cell anemia, it is a serious disease in which the body makes sickle shape, that is C-shaped RBCs, C-shaped red blood cells, RBCs. Normally, how the RBCs shape? That is the disc shape, okay, biconcave, disc shape, and move easily through the blood vessels due to the disc shape, okay. In the blood vessels, these RBCs will move very easily due to this disc shape. But what happened here? Due to this sickle shape, the movement having the trouble, okay. The red blood cells contains what? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, it is an iron rich protein. That's why it gives the red color to the blood. What is the role of the hemoglobin? It carries the oxygen, okay, and supply to the other cells of the body, other organs of the body. Now here you see here, the sickle cell contain abnormal hemoglobin that causes the cells to have a sickle shape. Due to that abnormal hemoglobin, the cells will become sickle shape, which do not move easily through the blood vessels due to that sickle shape. What happens due to that sickle shape? They will become stiff, sticky, and tend to form clumps and get stuck in the blood vessels. They will come together, stick to one another, and will not move thoroughly through the blood vessels. They will stuck one side only, okay? Forms the, like the sticky material one, the blood vessels will get blocked, okay? The clumps of the sickle cell block the blood flow. Due to that, come together and stick one side only, they will, what happen here? They blocks the blood. They blocks the flow of the blood, and that causes the pain, and that causes the pain, that causes the serious infection, that causes the organ damage. Where they will stuck? They will not supply the blood to that organ, and there the organ, due to that insufficiency of the blood supply, that organ will get damaged. That organ will get damaged. Okay. So sickle cell usually die. Actually, you know the lifespan of the RBC how much? 120 days. Lifespan of the RBC how much? 120 days. But due to the formation of the sickle shaped, these will have only 10 to 20 days lifespan. Within 10 to 20 days, they will die. The cells will die. And the body again will not reproduce immediately within these days, isn't it? And that's why there is a deficiency of the RBCs due to early death of these RBCs. Actually, how much? Lifespan of the RBC? 120 days. But due to the formation of that type of the sickle cells, they will die within 10 to 20 days, and the body will not produce these cells fast as to replace that dying ones. Okay, and that causes the anemia. Understood this one? Very simple. Sickle cell, the name itself only indicates due to the formation of the sickle-shaped RBCs. How the RBCs normally it is disc shaped, but due to the formation of that sickle, they will stick together and they causes what? They causes destruction to the flow of the blood. The flow of the blood will not be easy thoroughly through the blood vessels, and that clumps will form, and so that there will be deficiency in the supply of the blood, and that organ where the blood supply, due to that blockage of that one, due to blockage of that blood vessels, that organ will damage, isn't it? Due to insufficient supply of the blood vessels. Understood this one? Sickle cell anemia means what? The body makes sickle shaped RBCs. Okay, and this hemoglobin, due to that wrong hemoglobin, or due to that the abnormal formation of the hemoglobin, the RBCs will become sickle and they will become stiff, sticky, and tend to form clumps and get stuck in the blood vessels and obstructs the flow of the blood. And due to that obstruction, that causes the pain, infection, isn't it? And sometimes there may be chances of damaging of that organ. Okay, and that type of the cells will die within 10 to 20 days, and the body can't reproduce again to replace these type of the RBCs. Okay, so there is a deficiency in the RBC, and that causes the anemia. Now see the causes. Same. The sickle cell anemia is an inherited lifelong disease. One more you have to keep in your mind. This is an inherited lifelong disease. Generation to generation, it will pass due to the wrong supply of the genes from both the parents, mother and father. That type of the sickle cell gene, it will transmit from parents to the offsprings. Okay, it is caused by the inheritance or transmission of 2 copies of the sickle cell gene. Sickle cell gene, one from each parent, means one from mother and one from father. Okay, this is the main cause. This is a hereditary disease, lifelong disease. Okay, you keep in your mind. Signs and symptoms, same as that of the other anemia. Okay, in general, fatigue, shortness of the breath, dizziness, headache, coldness in the hands, feet, pale skin, chest pain. Okay, these are the common signs and symptoms. Diagnosis, same, physical examination. Every time you have to add here the point, that is the physical examination. Okay, physical examination. I forgot this one, but you have to add this one. Okay, blood test. What the blood test will say? The shape of the hemoglobin. See, if the sickle cell hemoglobin or the sickle cells are found, then we can confirm that okay, the individual is suffering from sickle cell anemia. Okay, it is also possible for the doctor to diagnose the sickle cell disease before the birth. See, because this is a hereditary disease, inheritance, okay, transmitted from parents to the offspring. So before the birth of that baby, the doctor can diagnose. Okay, how they will diagnose? By checking the amniotic fluid. By checking the amniotic fluid. Amniotic fluid means what? What? The fluid in the sac surrounding the embryo, surrounding that embryo. The growth takes place due to that amniotic fluid. In that amniotic fluid only the baby's growth takes place. Okay, or other this one, that is the tissue taken from the placenta. Tissue taken from the placenta. We can check whether the baby is suffering from sickle cell anemia or not. Okay, understood this one? The placenta means what? It is the organ that attaches the umbilical cord to the mother's womb. Umbilical cord to the mother's womb. Through the cords only, all the nutrients will get supplied from mother to the baby. Okay. So this is all about the diagnosis, physical examination, blood test, and by checking before the birth only we can see how, by checking the amniotic fluid and the placental tissue. Okay, this is all about the diagnosis of the sickle cell anemia. Now we will see the treatment. How we have to treat the sickle cell anemia? Actually, there is no any treatment for the sickle cell anemia. Okay. However, treatments can help only. What type of treatment here we have to give? To relieve the other symptoms, that is the pain or other the complications. We have to give the treatment to relieve the pain, to prevent the infection, to prevent the eye damages or strokes, whatever the organs will damage, that we have to give the treatment and control the complications. Bone marrow transplantation, there is one chances, because where all the cells will generate, all the cells will get produced in the bone marrow. If we will transplant the bone marrow, we can achieve the recovery in a small number of the sickle cell anemia cases. Okay, if we will replace this bone marrow, then it is having the possibility or chances to get the new healthy cells. So that's why transplantation of the bone marrow. Okay, actually there is no any available treatment, but what type of we can give the treatment? To relieve the other symptoms and complications like the pain, the infection, to prevent the infection, to prevent the damaging of the other organs, strokes. We have to control like this the complications. And the lastly, if it is not possible, then we can replace the bone marrow, or we can, what we can see, the transplants, that only the replacement, transplants the bone marrow, so that we will get the new cells. Okay, this is all about the treatment. Here only we will stop now. Completed your sickle cell anemia. Understood this one? Sickle cell anemia, very simple. Okay, we will stop here only.